they could inspect it, and I know that they wouldn't charge me extra because it's a book. Hug nuts. You dick. Okay. How's it going, everybody? This is Barbarian Kung Fu, and I'm coming at you again with another episode of Packing on Blast. I got 3 sellers that I'm going to spotlight today, and I'm going to try and make this a lot quicker than the last video because I think it was way too long. So 2 of them are eBay sellers, 1 Instagram seller. I'm going to go over real quick their backgrounds as far as their seller status and all that stuff for the eBay sellers. For the Instagram seller, I'll let you know how they do their Instagram sales as far as if they're big sellers, little sellers, that kind of thing. And again, this isn't something where I'm trying to, point the just be mean and point the flaws out, you did this wrong. It's not about that. It's about letting you as the buyers know this is a guy that you can trust to package something good when you buy it from him. Or I would try and stay away from this guy. There's probably someone that'll get it to you better. It's that kind of thing. It's not just me trying to be a jackass and saying, you suck, I will never buy from you again, or something like that. So far, there's nobody that I wouldn't have bought from again. Having said that, let's move over to the first one, and we'll get this thing rolling. All right, so the first package that I'm going to open is from the Instagram seller. I'm sure that most of you have heard of this guy. It's Hulk Nuts 911. He came into a little collection of stuff that he bought from some folks, and he was parting it out. Hulk Nuts is not what I would call a frequent seller. He's not somebody on Instagram just to sell comics. Like, he is a content provider. He shows off his extremely impressive comic collection, and when the chance arises, he'll sell some stuff that he has that he either has quadruples of, or stuff like that. So this is something I purchased from him. He was selling off a bunch of stuff that he had just got in a collection he bought, and so we'll get into it. I guess while I'm opening this, I will explain a little bit about the shipping that he used was media mail, which, if you watched my last video, I don't have a problem with media mail. My only issue with it is that when shipping media mail, if they inspect it and they find a comic in it, then it can be pass or fail type thing, and they'll charge you extra shipping. For this, it's passing the shake test. For this, it's okay because this is actually a book. It's not just your average comic. It's a book. So media mail, totally fine. They could inspect it, and I know that they wouldn't charge me extra because it's a book. Hug nuts. You dick. Okay, so this is a comic mailer that he sent it in, which is good. That's how you're supposed to do it. He's got the flap tape closed, which is how you're supposed to do it. So pop that sucker open. Get it. It's got the comics all taped in a nice bundle, everything tight. Oh, he sent me a comic book too. that's I'm gonna have to get you back now. All this time, Hulk Nuts, I've been trying to be nice and not say stuff about, that certain squirrel character that you don't like, because I know it makes you angry, and we don't like Hulks when they're angry, but I don't know, when you're showing me your nuts, that's a whole different ball game. Anyway, let me get into this. So far, everything looks looks great. And this is the guy that, if you watch their shows, is always complaining about how people don't ship stuff right either. So I would hope that it was right. Batman Returns. That's hilarious. So he included a Batman Returns from the movie with Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton. He was the best Batman, wasn't he? That's pretty funny. I appreciate that. What's this down here? This must be his packing buffers in case it gets bumped. Because here's the Wildcats number 27. Which, who the hell? I mean, I don't know. Awesome! I've always wanted Wildcats number 27. But no, this is what I actually ordered from him. And he hooked me up. He gave me such a great deal. Like, I told him, man, you could get so much more for that. And he still hooked me up. And it is the trade paperback, I guess you would call it, of 30 Days and Nights. But I think it's a limited. Let me take this little thing off of here so you can see it. It's signed by the writer and the artist. It's got their signatures on this little card. And it's, trade of 30 Days and Nights. And I always wanted to read this, but I wasn't buying comics, like new comics, when this came out. So I didn't have any way to get it until it was way too expensive for me to want to buy it. And he hooked me up. I mean, this thing sells for money on eBay. People are asking big money, and he charged me just like a fraction of what he could have charged somebody. So I appreciate that. Everything was packaged great. You can tell that nothing slid around because he had everything tight in there. And I'll tell you, this is an example of someone who cared. When he was packaging these comics, he cared that the person getting them didn't get one that was all messed up. Even though he didn't really make, I don't know if he made money on it or not, but he didn't really make as much as he could have. So he could have just thrown it in there and said, fuck it. He could have just thrown it in there and said, to heck with it. But excellent job. Hulk Nuts, and I can't believe I'm saying this, you get a perfect 10. Exactly the way it should have been shipped. If it was a comic, just a comic, the media mail, you would have had to get a bump for that. But it's a book. Ship me a book. You can ship media mail with books. Excellent job, buddy, and I appreciate it. You're the man. On that note, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so package number 2 we're going to open next. And it is from a seller from eBay. His name is DomRock_28. That's DOMROC_28. He's a fairly small or new, whatever, however you want to say it, seller. He only has a 55 rating, 100% feedback, positive feedback, which is good. I don't really understand what the star system goes by, but he has a green star. And this dude, I bought one comic from him. The comic was less than $3. I paid $9.30 shipping for this one comic. So having said all that, he sent me this. And I'll cover up my address, but it was $14.35 shipping he paid. That he paid to ship it to me, priority. I paid for priority for the one comic, but so he paid more for the shipping to get this to me than I paid for the comic and the shipping, I think. And everything's in there pretty stiff. This thing feels like it's almost full of stuff. He wrote me a letter. This is one of the people that I contacted and told him ahead of time I was going to be opening it on my YouTube channel, which is something that I am not doing anymore. Because I want to see how people do it when they don't know that they're going to be put on the spot. This guy is you know, he's hooking it up. And I don't know if this is a normal thing for him. If it is, you're going to go out of business real fast, buddy. you can't sustain like this. But anyway, let's crack this sucker open and we'll see what's going on with it. Like I said, the shipping alone costs more. I'm just going to be fast forwarding this one while I'm opening it on video. So you're not going to really be able to hear anything I'm saying right now. It's just going to sound real funny. Ow! I got myself out. And then it's like, dang. That's just crazy. That's just crazy. I mean, somebody's trying to impress the teacher. I'm not a teacher. Like I said, I'm not here to teach you how to patch stuff. I'm here to let people know if you're doing it right. This is crazy. It's obviously packed well. It's all wrapped in bubble wrap. And all taped together. There's a little note here. Let me read you his note real quick. It says, "Thank you for your business. As a token of my appreciation, I have thrown in an extra comic book / books for your enjoyment. If you would not mind taking a couple minutes of your valuable time to rate me, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you, D. Rockney." Well, D. Rockney, you are definitely going to get a good score from me. Unless I open this and it's just a bunch of turds wrapped up in bubble wrap. I mean, that's probably what it would take. Because there's so many comic books in here. It's just crazy. See, look at that. I mean, he did all that with the bubble wrap and everything. And then on top of that, there's cardboard on it. See? Excellent job, sir. Excellent job. That's what I like to see. Now if I can get in here without puncturing any wounds, tearing open any arteries or veins, we'll be good. Dang. Dang, 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 dang. Well, it looks like he got one taped down. That's fine, though, because the way it was all wrapped up, this stuff wasn't moving around. You weren't going to have to worry about corners getting dented. Get off of there. Masking tape is a great idea. Everybody wants their stuff masking tape nowadays because it peels off so much easier, but use the blue masking tape. The blue masking tape, for some reason, is a little less sticky, and you don't have to pull as hard. But I'm not going to count that against you, because that would just be mean, and I am not mean. So, oh, I got you, buddy. This is the comic I bought. It is Captain Marvel, number 28, I believe. This is like the, I can't remember. It's got Thanos on the cover. I remember that. There was significance to this that has left my brain for right now. And hey, comment what it is. There you go. Leave me a comment. This looks like an entire run of your favorite and mine Secret Wars 2. Every single one of the series of Secret Wars 2. That's awesome, dude. I really appreciate it. You did a fantastic job. Man, it's gonna look like I'm like setting all this stuff up if I give everybody perfect scores. I mean, that's just, I gotta do it though. I mean, everything was right. You did everything right. I mean, you didn't have to give me extra comics. But if I had bought this many comics, the way you packaged it was right. That's the way you got to do it. You got to put it in a flat rate box, and that way it saves you money shipping it, saves me money. You wrap them all up together, and then wrap them in bubble wrap, because you can't tape this many comics down to something that's still going to shuffle around. So you did it all right, man. 2 10s in a row. 2 10s. What the heck? And this is all sent out before my first video came out, so it's not like I scared people. Anyway, on to the next one. We'll go to number 3. I'm gonna do that real quick. I got just enough time. So on to number 3. Okay, so this is number 3. We're on a roll here. Everybody's been doing everything right, and I have a feeling that this is gonna be a freaking threefer. Because the next one, mailed in a mailer, passes the shake test. Only one thing in here. So if it's not shaking, it's probably done right. Anyway, I bought this off of eBay. It was from a seller. And I am going to butcher this name. Chrilaqua-0. CHRILAQUA-0. And they are another Green Star seller. They're bigger than the last person. They've been doing it for a little bit, but they still have 100% feedback rating score, whatever you want to call it. 100% positive. That's what it is. 100% positive. 165 is their rating, and they have 474 items for sale on their site. So this person is, you know, they're doing this for a living. Hang on. I had to focus it on myself. So let's crack this sucker open. I'll start off by saying that paid $4.50 shipping, and this was mailed media mail, which, again, this one is fine because it's not a comic book. I mean, it's kind of a comic book, but it qualifies as media mail. So if it would have been inspected, I wouldn't have had to pay anything extra. So everything's cool with that. And look at that, they got everything taped together inside a cardboard, inside of the mailer. This is it's not a Gemini mailer, it's a different kind. So you would have to use this cardboard for it to work right. They got it in there. I would have liked to have seen painter's tape on it, but it's just a personal preference thing. It's a little bit easier to get it stuff with the painter's tape than it is with clear tape, scotch tape, whatever you want to call it. Oh boy. There. That's good. Yeah, so media mail, it probably cost around $3.75, you know, $3.50, and $1 for the box. So the shipping was right on. It wasn't trying to make money on shipping like some people do. I got a good deal on this. It was one of those things where I made them an offer that was less than what they were asking, and they accepted it. And what I have here, Power Records, featuring the Fantastic Four, The Way It Began. Ooh, I bet this is going to retell the origin. I've never heard this one because I didn't own it already. But this will be played soon on Barbarian Kung Fu, and Power Records presents this one. The record looks to be in playable condition, maybe. Oh, there's a little dinger right there, but it looks like something I gotta clean off. It's not a scratch, it looks like a booger. There might be a booger on the record, but I can clean a booger off. Excellent job, Trilaqua. Am I saying that right? Trilaqua -O. This, I can't believe I'm saying that. I mean, can y'all find something wrong with what they just did? Because I can't. I couldn't find anything wrong with any of the other ones. I mean, everybody's got their own way of shipping stuff and their own opinions. But this, I'm going to have to give this one a 10 too. Not a 10.2, but a 10 also. Everything was right on this again. Do I need to like tighten my parameters and be more nitpicky? Because I know, like, if you're talking about CGC, they don't give out 10s like 3 in a row. But I'm not grading condition of used items. I'm grading condition of packaging. And these 3 sellers all did excellent. Look at that. It came in a resealable magazine size thing, which I'll take off because it's too big and put it in a smaller one. But they didn't even peel the resealable part off, so I can reuse that and use it again and seal it. Anyway, 3 10s in a row. I feel like I'm failing. I feel like I'm not being strict enough. You tell me in the comments. Go ahead, leave a comment. Do it right now. This is my closing. I'm not going to edit a closing ending on it. So this is it. Let me know in the comments if you think I need to be stricter, or if you think that one of these guys should have got a worse score. You tell me, and I'll adjust my parameters. The last issue, I found problems with all of them. This one, I couldn't find any problems with any of them. So all 3 of these guys all did great. Go check out their sites on eBay. Go look them up and find, if you see a deal, give them a shot. And at least you know you're going to get something quality and it's going to get to you good. And if you go to Instagram and you order something from Hulk Nuts, you're probably going to get a drawing of Hulk Nuts on your package. Because that's just what he's doing. Damn it. I'm still have to look at it. It's sitting right there open. Anyway, appreciate y'all watching. Hit that like button if you liked it. Leave a comment for me so I know if I'm doing right or not. Share this with all your friends. Let them see it so that they can be more educated in their online purchases. And until the next show, y'all take it easy. Peace, I'm out of here! Okay, so I had to stop and add this to the end. After filming that video, I went out to the mailbox because I was expecting another package, and this thing shows up. This shows up. I bought this the same day that I bought the Captain Marvel book that the guy hooked me all up on. I bought this from a bigger seller named Jensen Books Incorporated, INC, off of eBay. They got a big old 49,000 score, but their feedback is crap. They have, in the last month, they had 4 negatives. In the last 6 months, they had 31 negatives, and I didn't even bother writing down the neutrals because there were so many of them. And I can see why. This thing is in a plastic envelope. No protection whatsoever. I can already tell. I got a picture, and if I can figure out how to attach it onto this video, I'll show it to you all folded up in my mailbox where the postman just stuck it in the mailbox. It's a trade paperback, and I bought this. It was used, and it said that it was in good condition. One of the biggest complaints on there that I saw was that people were receiving stuff that weren't in good condition when they said they were. So yeah, there's no cardboard on it. It's just the book. There's some goop right there that could have been cleaned off by them. Let's see. It's it looks like it's all there. Anyway, this is not what I would call good packaging. Even if it is, like I showed you the trade paperback before, that guy wanted me to get it good. These people didn't care if it showed up good or not. This thing could have got folded over, stepped on, creased. Anything could have happened to damage this thing. Oh, let me show you. It's Red Sun. I have to read this for the book club. So, I would say that it's in good condition, but, I mean, this is unacceptable to me. This is not the right way to mail things. You don't send anything with no protection. And they gave me a receipt. The shipping doesn't matter. It was free shipping on my end, so they're going to do it as cheap as they can. But they could have at least stuck a piece of cardboard on both sides of it. They could have wrapped it up in paper, and it would have been better than not doing anything and just sticking it in an envelope. So you, Jensen Books Incorporated, you are not gonna pass on my scale. If I received the book that I ordered, so you get a point for that. It didn't take super long time to get here, so you get a point for that. So you get 2. You get a 2. 2 out of 10. What I was saying in the first video, 2 is pretty bad. If you care about your customers, which it doesn't seem like you do, but if you do, then you need to step up your game. I do not suggest purchasing from Jensen Books Incorporated on eBay. My opinion, take it as you will. Anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. I hope that you find this useful, and hopefully I just saved somebody a headache.